I am Vance Joy, and I am a singer-songwriter from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm lucky to be here in Sweden, in Stockholm, to play some cool gigs. I'm playing at the... Give me, what's the name?
What's she said?
At the fair, at the big fairground.
Yeah.
The amusement park. I got the name from a book called Bliss by Peter Carey. It's an Australian book, and he's an Australian author. And yeah, it was kind of at that point I was writing songs, and I wanted to have an alias for my music. And I was reading this book, and there was a character called Vance Joy, and at first I was like, oh, maybe that's too weird a name, you know. But then I just started using it and started playing these small gigs under Vance Joy, and eventually people started to take it seriously. So. I kind of knew I had a special song because I got a really good feeling from it. Like I was like, whoa, I feel like I've cracked a really hard puzzle or something. And once I did that, I showed it to my family and showed it to my friends, and it was always kind of got a good reaction. And I knew that I immediately put it at the end of my set just because I felt like it was a happy, upbeat song that would kind of leave a good flavour in people's mouths. So I knew it was special, but I didn't know like what that meant and how that would connect to people around the world. I just picked one up at a music store one day, and I liked the way it sounded, and I didn't think anything more than that. It was just a novelty, and I didn't even think to play it in my set until I wrote Riptide on it, and then I thought, well, I may as well bring it out to play it, considering I've got a couple of songs. And I wrote a couple of songs on it, and people always kind of liked. I think people just like variety and different flavour, you know. And if you can give people that, I think that's true of a lot of things. Like in the song, you want a few different colours, and the same thing goes with like, you know, instruments and stuff. You can get a lot. It's like using different paintbrushes for different jobs, like a thick paintbrush for a kit and a small paintbrush for something. Big guitar, tiny little guitar. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I know, I've heard from different sources that there's a lot of elk, and you can be walking around and an elk, like you could be waiting at the bus stop and an elk might just come across, and elks are, I think, I haven't seen an elk, but I think they're huge. Like they could be like, I don't know, like maybe, I don't know, 2 stories high or something like that. So that's one thing I know about Sweden.
It's big enough for three
Yeah. I think the people are like genetically more superior, like they're beautiful, most of the people, and it gets dark. The sun doesn't really go down at night. Yeah.